Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Twin Horizons YouTube channel for another LEGO set review. Today we're going to be looking at LEGO set 75316, LEGO Star Wars Mandalorian Starfighter. This LEGO set was released in August of 2021 and retired in December of 2022. The set is rated for ages 9 and up and comes with 544 pieces. The set originally retailed for $60 and sealed versions are going for around $80. Used versions such as this are going for around, looks like the same price at about $60. This LEGO set comes with 3 minifigures. On the far left, we have Gar Saxon. He was, by the end of the Clone Wars, basically the main lieutenant, or I guess commander, or whatever you want to call him, for the Mandalorians under the command of Darth Maul. We saw him and this version of him in the final season of the Clone Wars, Season 7, in episodes 8 through 12. He was fighting against Ahsoka, against Bo-Katan, and against Captain Rex there in the battle for Mandalore. So this is a very, very cool minifigure that we got. He's got the horns on his helmet. He's got the red looking, or the red and the yellow looking visor. He's got some very nice leg printing. He's got some printing on his feet, on his belt. And he gets kind of one of those bigger, beefier pistols, which I think they're kind of using now for the Mandalorians to differentiate them from, I guess, other people's weaponry. So it's definitely cool that we got a Gar Saxon minifigure. He also comes with a jetpack, and he actually gets some face printing, which is cool. And the only other time we really got like a red and gray Mandalorian was there was a speeder set that came with Darth Maul and 2 of the like Mandalorian, I think they were called like Mandalorian Commando Loyalists or whatever. Those guys were really cool. I think I already did a video on that. It should be up on the channel if you want to go check that out. So it's kind of cool. I have Gar Saxon now and those older Mandalorian minifigures. They're just really, really cool. So again, really cool we got this minifigure. He is unique to this set, and it looks like he's going for around $42.19. So right there, he's already worth half of what this set originally was worth. So that's why you kind of got to look for these LEGO sets that come with these unique minifigures, and especially a really cool minifigure like this Mandalorian Gar Saxon. Next to Gar Saxon, we have Bo-Katan Kryze. This, of course, Bo-Katan, she was the sister of the late Duchess Satine, the ruler of Mandalore. We saw her all throughout the Clone Wars. She was part of Death Watch. Then she kind of became the good guy, fought with Ahsoka to free Mandalore from Maul in the 7th season of the Clone Wars, and then she made a return in the Mandalorian series, and we kind of have seen her there as well. So it's definitely cool we got this minifigure for her. She, of course, has a custom helmet. It's kind of her night owl printing there. She does have a face and a hairpiece, kind of a double-sided head with kind of like the pilot gear on her face, kind of like an Anakin Skywalker minifigure for his Jedi Interceptor. She also gets dual pistols for these newer Mandalorian pistols. She also gets a jetpack, and as well gets some nice foot printing, some nice belt and leg printing as well. So definitely a very cool minifigure, and this version of her goes for around $8.90. Again, that's Bo-Katan Kryze. And finally on the right, we have what is labeled as a Mandalorian Loyalist, and this minifigure looks like it comes in a couple different sets. It looks like 2. One of them might just been like a magazine promotion, but still not technically unique to this set. And it looks like it goes for around $9.89. This Mandalorian, there is no like actual face print underneath. It's just a solid black head, kind of like they did for the old Stormtroopers. Definitely a very cool helmet design, a little bit changed up from the older Mandalorian battle packs. Also gets a jetpack, some nice foot and leg printing as well. And he gets dual pistols. I actually have the other pistol sitting right on my desk here. I wasn't quite sure based on the instructions whether he got a second one as well. So he does, and I'll actually just toss it in right here. So he gets another pistol as well, and just a really nice looking minifigure. So this would have been one of the Death Watch that stayed with Bo-Katan instead of defecting to follow after Darth Maul. So overall, great lineup of minifigures for the set. Again, the Gar Saxon minifigure is awesome, definitely worth a lot. And I could say this set will probably continue to go up in value, especially with now the Mandalorian series and the Ahsoka series coming out, or already having been finished. And then, you know, with probably more Star Wars projects on the horizon, So I would say if you can find one of these with Gar Saxon, maybe sealed, or maybe just, you know, pick up his minifigure, I think it'll definitely do well, and it will be a good investment for you in the future. Here's the actual build for this set. Again, this is a Mandalorian Starfighter. This is kind of in its landed and, or I guess you would maybe call it resting position. So the wings actually flip up so you can be landed, and that's how they kind of land. And it kind of, I think, maybe forms one of the Mandalorian symbols. I don't know, I think it's really cool. And of course, that center cockpit actually rotates all the way around, and you can actually get 2 minifigures on the inside. You can't really tell because of the glare from my lighting, but we've got Bo-Katan and the Mandalorian Loyalist in that front cockpit, which is kind of cool. You can get 2 minifigures in there. You got some stud shooters on the side of the ship, as well as these spring-loaded missiles right here on either side. And again, this is in its landed form, and overall, I think they did a really good job with this. Again, now once we fold these back down like so, then you have basically the look of the ship that you saw earlier. And then, like I had mentioned, if you actually pick it up, this middle cockpit actually can rotate, so you can actually basically fly the ship around, and how it actually goes in the actual series. So that's kind of one of the cool things about this. Now, one thing that I will say, I don't like when they do these sets, they can like rotate around or have multiple sides. I wish they would kind of go with the design all the way around on the underside, because when you kind of spin it around, it's not as cool, so you can only display it, you know, kind of one way. But it's understandable, because I feel like that might make it a little too heavy. But overall, I really like the look of this set. There was one previous version of this that came with pre-Vizsla way back in the day, and I think Obi-Wan. But I think that set's skyrocketed in value because pre-Vizsla is worth, you know, a ton of money. So overall, with this set, we got some great minifigures, and the design of the set I think was done very nicely. So overall, I would say pretty much a 9, maybe 10 out of 10. Taking a look at the box for this set, in the upper right hand corner, we have the 332nd Clone Trooper box art for this set. And then on the left hand side, of course, you have the Lego with the Star Wars logos, and then the fact sheets kind of spread out there on either side of the Mandalorian Starfighter, which is of course featured in the middle of the set. And in the bottom right hand corner of the box, you'll see that minifigure bar displaying all the minifigures included in this set. On the back of the box here in the upper left-hand corner, you have the Lego along with the Star Wars logos, and then you have the set code 75316 there. Then there's just a couple boxes in the back showcasing that there's those stud shooters on either side of the cockpit. The fact that in the upper right-hand corner, that box showcases that the wings can, of course, flip up and down, and that the cockpit rotates there. And then in the bottom right, there you see that box that showcases that you can have 2 minifigures in the cockpit. And then you see all of these 3 Mandalorians fighting one another on the platform. It looks like it might be at Bo-Katan's castle. I know that kind of got destroyed in maybe it was season 3 of The Mandalorian, if I recall correctly. Or it might just be a landing platform outside the city, the main capital city on Mandalore. But either way, just a kind of cool little backdrop there to see the Mandalorians fighting against Gar Saxon there, again around the Mandalorian Starfighter. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much again for watching another LEGO set review on the Twin Horizons YouTube channel. This brings the total value of my LEGO set collection thus far up to $4,296. Thank you so much again for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Just a quick reminder that it is Friday. I will be posting another 2 episodes over the weekend of the LEGO Indiana Jones playthrough. If you have not checked that out yet, please go and take a look at that if you're up to that. If not, maybe catch up on a few old reviews you might not have seen yet. And I'll see you guys back again here on Monday.